Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Some see him as a hero, but others see him as a villain. Which is he? Jackson was born on the South Carolina frontier. He was poor, but his life took a turn when he was an orphan at age 14. Jackson began his career as a lawyer. In 1796, he was elected as the U.S. Representative for Tennessee. He was also a prosperous slave owner. Jackson had won against John Quincy Adams in the election of 1828. Andrew Jackson did many things that are disturbing and not right, but he was never punished for such cruel acts. These are the reasons that Andrew Jackson is a villain. Andrew Jackson did many disturbing things as president. One example was the Indian Removal Act. This forced many Native Americans off their land and made them do a death march, where thousands of Native Americans died of starvation, dehydration, illness, and many other causes that could have been prevented if Jackson would have given them decent conditions.
No.
Not only was General Jackson not satisfied with taking our land after that Battle of Horseshoe Bend, he had to slaughter our people in Florida. The chief of your so-called Supreme Court ordered that the state of Georgia give us back our land. As president, your Jackson refused to enforce this ruling. Instead, Jackson forced our 5 native tribes, totaling over 100,000 people, to move to some worthless land called Oklahoma. How long until Jackson and the rest of the white man force us off our land?
Jackson also made an unfair tariff that only made the North richer but severely hurt the Southern economy. He threatened to use military force to collect the tariffs. He only cared about money and not the country.
When I was asked to be Andrew Jackson's vice president, I was honored. We were both slave-owning gentlemen that could move America forward and defend slavery forever. Then, in 1828, Congress passed, and that president signed into law a high tariff that I like to refer to as the Tariff of Abominations. This law helps northern manufacturers, and it hurts us southerners. It made goods that we buy from Europe more expensive. When we South Carolinians tried to nullify this tariff, which I believe our state or any state had the right to do, President Jackson threatened to use the U.S. military to collect those taxes. Not wanting to start a civil war, I backed away from this nullification. However, I could no longer work with this bully from Tennessee.
He also almost put America in an economic depression because he tried to eliminate the national bank. He also disliked paper currency, which was, in his eyes, worth nothing.
Our country will be ruined by that hillbilly scoundrel who calls himself President Jackson. Before him, our government was placed safely in the hands of people like me, the elite and wealthy members of society. Now we are going to be ruled by people who live out west and are not refined Americans like us in the east. I'm sure he is going to try to take money away from the rich, the people who make money for the country. I can only pray that he only serves one term, or even better, gets impeached.
Andrew Jackson also made the spoils system, which allows anyone who supported him in his election a chance at position in office, which could mean that they would fire a skilled and experienced person for someone who is new and could make very bad decisions and mistakes. That could end up in a change in America.